Welcome back. We are here with 1437. And this year, I'm scared. I'm always scared. But anyway, last year, Genevieve aged up, and she's a snob, and she's perfect, and I love her. And I don't even remember anything else that happened, but that was important. Oh, yeah, Adelaide also had a birthday, but she survived, and we're all good. So in this one, we're saying goodbye to Gilbert. Gilbert, you were like the last person alive in this generation. He outlived everyone. So Gilbert is finally dying, which means that Cassian will be becoming the next Lord. And he is a kid aging up. But anyway, I think, Malcolm Landgrab is getting his role. And he doesn't even have, he has like 2 boys, maybe. Anyway, Thomas is aging up, which is the important part. Let's just go. Anyway, Cassian the second, no 4, 8, or 12. Survived. Oh my gosh, we have so many kids. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a land grab. 5. Okay, we have 5 kids who can't get a 9 or 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, so far so good. Okay, so now Philomena and Thomas can't get a 7. Okay, Philomena. Okay, that was close. Thomas, don't do this to me. You have to survive. Okay. And then will Philomena have a marriage and children? She will, and she'll have 7 kids. Okay, let me just throw her in here really quick. Philomena Zest, who has no one to marry. What did I just say? It was 7? I don't know. Anyway. I don't know. She's going to have to find someone to remarry. Okay, and then we have, for adult roles, we have Elra, Maurice II, and Aeolus. So they have to get a 9 or higher. 1, 2, 3. Oh, third one. Aeolus, it's all over. Okay. And then we have Gilbert dying. Wait, how is... Oh, okay, never mind. She's 10 years younger. Okay. I was like, wait a second. How is Milla in the same... But actually, it could be 20 years, right? No, it could be 18 years, because this is 10 years, and then you roll a d8 for the rest. So it could be 18 years. Okay. I was like, hold the phone. Okay. So, 1, Alex is dying, and Malcolm. They both need to get higher, a 10 or higher. So, Milla and Malcolm. Ooh, they both made it. Okay, so, Milla, how long after that? 5, and Malcolm? 4. Okay, so, they get their 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 is Malcolm. And 5 is Milla. Actually, I think Milla got remarried, but whatever. We're leaving her name. Okay. Now, we only have 2 people left in the vampire households. So Salvia and Wybert both are fine. I think that's it. Yes. We are in good shape. All right. Let's hop into the game where our little Thomas will be having his birthday. So exciting. We can't wait to... he already looks so much like his dad, so he's probably going to look a lot like Thomas. But let's hop in. Okay, so here we are. We're just getting everybody set up in the things that they're doing, of course. We are going to have Adelaide be making nectar. We'll have Thomas trying to get that horse's skills up. We'll have Genevieve be doing her paintings. We'll have Celestina working on, teaching the toddlers things. And we'll, honestly, I was trying to think of what should we do with Thomas, like little Thomas. I feel like it was so clear to me that Genevieve was going to be a painter. And also, what is this stuff all over the floor? But anyway, it was so clear to me that Genevieve was going to be a painter, and I think we'll just have to kind of see when Thomas ages up what else he rules to see what we would maybe want to do here. Yeah, I just really am not sure the direction I want him to go. I mean, obviously, I think that he is going to, in a way, take over the family nectar business, but I don't think that that's going to be like his passion. I think it'll be his job, if that makes sense. Like, he'll be wanting to help support the family and stuff through their nectar, which is what they're now very, famous for. Even though we're not really selling nectar actively, we can kind of say that, what's her name? That Honora's business is kind of like a spinoff of ours, and we really made a lot of good money while selling our nectar, so it's kind of, very resource scarce, but also very in demand, I suppose. But yes, so we're not really focusing on that, but also, the family wants to be successful and wants to not be in the situation where they're going to potentially lose all their money and become destitute again. So we're not going to do that, but we are going to, again, keep doing everybody's skills and stuff. And so actually, we are also going to keep working on Genevieve's aspiration. And then when she gets home, because of that, we're going to have her go to a museum, which is really, I converted the old church into a museum. I thought that that might be a little more fitting for that. So there's that. And we're going to send her there. And actually, I'm going to send her there with Gilbert because I feel like they should all be trying to spend some time with Gilbert before he passes. I think that it's really interesting the way that Gilbert's life has gone. He definitely had an interesting life. And I think that he feels at peace now because I think that he was able to reconnect with Thomas and Serena, and he's able to spend this time with Thomas and his family and his grandkids, and he's, spending time with his daughter and her, child and all of that stuff. So it's just really good that he was able to reconnect with his family after everything that had happened and all of the drama. And, how many... Also, okay, before I get into this, the maid came down here and is just like thinking about our nectar. It's like, what are you doing? Look at her. She's thinking about it. Are you going to steal something? Like, what's up with this? Don't freeze to death. Go inside. But like, isn't that weird? That's kind of weird. She just went down into there just to kind of... Is she like spying on us? Is she trying? I didn't do this. Okay, first off, I will totally spin it into something, but I didn't have her do that. And so I think that maybe some people are thinking like, what, trying to maybe spy on our family, find out things about how did Thomas come back to life? What is that about? But since Gilbert is around, no one's willing to really act out against the family. So maybe there are some people trying to figure some things out and protect, like Gilbert is right now protecting them, but maybe once he dies this time, maybe some people will get a little more forceful in, figuring out what happened and why Thomas is still alive and all that. So anyway, we're going to have Genevieve come here with Gilbert, and Gilbert is basically going to be telling her about their family history. You can see these are the original Armstrongs here, and you can see Gilbert on there. So yeah, it's his older brother, and then Gilbert's on there twice just in this church, and then he's in the other one. But yeah, so Gilbert is showing her, some old pictures and stuff and all this cool stuff, and she's learning a little bit about their family history, and I think that that's a really nice way to spend some time with her grandfather and, learn a bit about their family at the museum. So I know that it's a graveyard, but yeah, the lot type is museum. Anyway, so here we are, we're home. And we're going to get back to things. Looks like the maid is done spying on us for now. We'll see. Maybe she is a spy. And we are going to have everyone come in here. Since it's like cold out, why don't you just talk to the horse inside? Is that weird? Yes, but that's okay. I don't really mind it. So we are going to have him be talking with the horse. Honestly, too, like, I've been thinking that, like, it's kind of, I don't know, I almost regret bringing Serena's children into this house because I feel like we don't really play with them. We're not really interested in them. So they're just kind of in the background doing whatever. So actually, okay, I thought I turned emotional deaths off. I thought I did that, but I guess not. Okay, so Genevieve is dying of embarrassment for some reason. She was mortified, like she was having a mood swing. I thought I turned off emotional deaths. Oh my gosh, okay, Thomas, tell the Grim Reaper he can't take her. Oh, he's taking her anyway. Okay, well, that was unexpected and unplanned. I knew she was mortified, but I didn't think it was going to kill her. And I don't remember how to turn emotional deaths off. That's probably what ended up happening last time, and then they died. But okay, so let's have Thomas like run out here to talk to Adelaide. You know, we're gonna say a little bit of time has passed, like a day or two. But so he's gonna come out here and talk to Adelaide and be like, "Look, we have to bring her back, obviously." And Adelaide's like, "I know, but didn't we say we weren't gonna do that? Like, you know, already there's like so much attention on us and blah blah blah, and everybody is." You know, ignoring the fact that you came back, but I'm sure that they all have questions. And he's like, well, nobody knows that Genevieve is dead yet. Like, she just died. Nobody knows. So we can just bring her back and just say she was sick and that she's okay now. And nobody has to know. And they're kind of arguing about it a little bit. And obviously Adelaide is going to cave because she wants to bring her daughter back to life. She doesn't, you know, what does she do all of this for if she was only going to get Thomas back and then her child was going to die? So Genevieve is going to drink the nectar and come back to life. So there's that. And then Thomas and Adelaide are just kind of, you know, of course they chose to do it this way. But at the same time, like, they know that there are probably going to be consequences for, you know, letting people keep coming back to life and stuff. It's not just like that they can do this without thinking very hard about it. Obviously they did it because that's their daughter, but you know, what you gonna do? So we are going to, I'm just gonna rename this so that I know which one is which because it's kind of confusing. Okay, so anyway, Honora's calling. Okay, so they are just, you know, Genevieve is happy that she didn't die, but actually, you know who's feeling a little something is Celestina. She is kind of feeling weird about the whole thing. And I mean, she is, you know, a devoted follower of the Watcher and all of that stuff. And so she knows that this isn't how things are supposed to go. Obviously, I'm the Watcher and I decide whatever I want to do. But at the same time, you know how it goes. Like, they have their own beliefs. Like, I'm not going to change too much just because I'm the Watcher. You know, the Sims know that it's not, they're not supposed to come back to life like that. So anyway, Celestina is going to talk with Thomas, and it's going to turn into this argument because she's like, how did you do that? Why did you do that? You weren't supposed to do that. The Grim Reaper came for her and you should have let him take her and blah, 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 blah. And Thomas is like, okay, well, first off, that's my kid and I'm going to do whatever I can for her and you don't get to judge me for that. And they get in this big argument, and basically Celestina's like, you know, this isn't right. I don't like it. And she tells him that she's going to leave and she's going to take Serena's children with her, and you know, to get them away from all of this supernatural activity, you know. And keep in mind that this area also was plagued by vampires for a while. So it's not like, you know, they all don't have a very good view of supernatural Sims. So the fact that the Larkins are doing some things that normal Sims should not be able to do is definitely making her not want to be around them. And, you know, whatever, Celestina, you judgy pants. But, yes, so we're going to have the birthday parties. Honestly, it's actually supposed to be, Thomas's isn't until tomorrow, but I got them mixed up because Thomas and Thomasina look the same. So I messed that up a little bit, but I'm just going to wait until after midnight and then also have him use the same cake. But anyway, so we're going to age up the kids and all that. So we're going to have a birthday party. We'll invite Gilbert over and Nora and everybody that we're friendly with. And Nora is thriving with her business and everything, so she's having a good time. So we rolled there for Thomasina, and she got slob. You can see Gilbert talking to Thomas. Maybe Gilbert is like, look, Thomas, you know, I heard Genevieve was sick. I came to see, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, she's okay now. And, you know, Gilbert's just kind of like, look, you know, I can feel that I'm an old man. So he is basically just trying to impart onto Thomas, like, you know, like, I'm not going to be around for that long, and you're going to be basically the head of this household now. He told Cassian to make sure to take care of everyone, but he said that honestly, after living with Cassian for a while, he kind of questions him a little bit, but there's really nothing he can do. Cassian was married to his daughter and all that stuff, so, yeah. Anyway, so basically, Gilbert kind of warns Thomas that he's going to, you know, have a lot to take care of once Gilbert passes. And then Thomas the Third aged up, and he actually rolled gloomy. So he's a gloomy, adventurous guy, and I think that maybe we're going to take that and we're going to say that he wants to be a best-selling author. Now, I'm sure that, like, only certain genres were important at this time. Also, Adelaide is about to go through a crisis, but that's probably related to, or, you know, her daughter dying and like Celestina judging her and taking the children away, which is going to happen like right now, and all of that stuff. So obviously Adelaide is having a lot of feelings about it. But basically, I thought for Thomas the Third is, okay, he's a gloomy adventurer. Maybe he likes to tell stories. Maybe he, you know, so about like adventures, I don't know, but we're going to have him do the best-selling author aspiration, so he can write probably more like poetry and stuff, like stuff that's more time appropriate, but we'll see. Whatever, you know, makes sense for the time period, we'll say that was the kind of stuff that he wrote, but that is going to be his passion. That's going to be his love and his desire, but, you know, obviously it might make him some money. It could, definitely. I mean, you can make a lot of money off of selling books in The Sims, but that's probably not what's going to make this family the bulk of their money. It's going to be the nectar. But anyway, so we are just going to dress him, and we're going to dress Thomasina, and then we'll head back to the house. But yes, so that is what is going on with Thomas. He's gloomy. Can you believe it? I really never thought he'd be a gloomy kid, but I mean, after having to, you know, be raised by someone else and have to deal with his mother being, you know, not around that much, and then, you know, his big sister and best friend having this like death experience, and his father dying and coming back to life, and just like, I feel like it could make sense that he might be a little gloomy. So that totally makes sense for him. We can make that work. And then we are going to just split this family up. I'm going to send them to the church. She's going to take the children and leave. They don't really understand what's going on, but Celestina is basically like, you know, witchcraft, and runs away. I don't know if you guys have been watching those TikToks, the guy from New England who does the Pilgrim Bartholomew. It's so funny. It's like that. But anyway, so yes, basically that's what happened. So the rest of the family members have now left the house, and we'll see what goes on there. But we'll see what happens when Emil gets back. If he gets back, we'll see. And yeah, so that's our two Sims. We're gonna stop controlling all of them, and now it's just the five of us. Just the five of us once again. Yes, so I'm just going to update their family tree a bit. You know, I'm bad at doing that, so there's probably like big holes in the family tree. But anyway, so we are going to get back to doing all of their skills and all that stuff. Genevieve is doing really great with her paintings. She's actually starting to like paint masterpieces and stuff. So that's really exciting for her. She is definitely honing her craft. And I do want to finish that aspiration before we send her out to be married, which we're going to start her. I mean, how old is she? I forget. But like hold on. Genevieve. In 1443, she'll be 20, so I can't do this math. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Okay, so she's going to be 15 next year. So we're going to have her start thinking about, like, I'll send her to prom. I honestly don't think that there are any men her age that are available for marriage, which is really unfortunate. I might have to bring in a new family or something, but I do have some ideas for her. And I want to start them next year, so we'll take our time. That's kind of something that I'm trying to work on more, is telling a story over multiple years instead of being like, here's 1 year where you get an entire story and then a bunch of years where like just regular life happens. So we're gonna start next year, even though I am thinking about, for the decades, I am thinking that we will have like a big story every 10 years where we like, spend our time on the story like we did with Serena and all of that stuff. I think that that's a fun thing to do for each decade, where we have like kind of an exciting event where something's going on. Maybe we roll for something, maybe we do something. So I'm already starting to think about how I'm going to line up for 1440 and how we're going to pick out, kind of ramp up to something major happening. So that is what I'm thinking of. And we are just hanging out here. But yes, so next year we will start to really think about what is going to happen for the new decade. We only have 2 more years left before it, so I'm excited for that. And we have a gold place medal here. Once again, Thomas is doing his horse riding and just really enjoying all of that. And I'm just glad that he is, back in the things that he loves. And also we'll be able to get more land soon for the kids. So that's really great. They will definitely be inheriting a large amount of money. And that'll be great. Also, you can see the maid that is totally spying on all our nectar stuff. I bet you she is trying to figure out how we brought Thomas and maybe even Genevieve back to life. I don't know. Do you think that Celestina would keep her mouth shut about the whole thing, or do you think that she would try and like tattle on us? You think that she would sell us out? You're gonna have to let me know if you think she would sell us out or not. She was definitely not nice. I mean, she declared Thomas her enemy. I don't think that she meant like her personal enemy, but definitely like the enemy of her beliefs in a way, because he died and came back to life, and that's, the work of something else. So anyway, Adelaide also is going through a midlife crisis where she wants more adventure and she wants to do some stuff. So we might try and have her do some of it, but I'm not like going to super focus on it. And I do think that it kind of makes sense that she would be feeling this way, especially since, everything that goes on with her family, and like she just probably does feel like she needs a little bit of like a vacation or some change of pace or something. So we're going to do a couple of things related to that. Oh, and Nora's calling. Hey, you can totally come over. Like, we still love you. And so Thomas the third is feeling gloomy still, feeling sad that his sister died, even though she is now alive again. So I need to get him inspired, though, if I want to do his, what's it called? His aspiration. Yes, if we want to do his aspiration, we have to get inspired and write for an hour. We also have to write 2 books. So those are things that we are working on. And we are going to make sure that these kids are very successful. That is something that Adelaide and Thomas really want for their children, is for them to be really successful. Both Adelaide and Thomas had hard childhoods and hard lives before and even during their marriage, and so they really just want more for their kids. And I think that it really hurts them that Genevieve already had to go through something where she passed suddenly, and then, you know, so I think that she definitely is... they didn't want that for their kids. They want their kids to have good, cushy, successful lives. And they want it to be better than their lives, which, you know, most parents want their kids to have better lives than them, right? So, anyway, we are going to just check all this out. It is now Thursday night. Friday is the last day of the year, and I am also just having Thomas III try some horseback riding, and he loves it right off the bat, which I think is great. So that is going to be so much fun that he really likes that. And we are going to then have him kind of come and try to stargaze to get inspired after he comes home off the horse, which is, he's like, it's funny because he's like not very good at riding it yet, and the animation is funny. But anyway, so we're gonna have him come back here, and he will try and talk to his dad. It looks like Adelaide is kind of mad at Thomas. I think that maybe some things were said during their argument over Genevieve that she didn't appreciate. Like, even though she was hesitant to use the nectar again, maybe during the argument he was like, what, you don't care about our daughter, blah, blah, blah. And I think that she might be a little bit bitter about what he was saying there. So they might have gotten a little tiff, but they're okay. They're going to be okay. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so then we have Thomas going to write. He's going to write a book. I had to change his clothes because some of the custom content I have is like, I guess, based off the fireman's outfit somehow. And because of that, they get like a confident mood buff because they're wearing fireproof clothing. But anyway, so I forgot to add her to the club, although I regret adding her to all. I wanted her to be in all too. Okay, so then we'll tell her goodbye, and then we will cook something for 12th night, and then we'll all get together and have a family dinner, and then we will move on. He's going to go to quickly do a competition while she is cooking the grand meal, because nobody can cook as well as Adelaide can, so they can't even make a grand meal except for her. Well, with the mod, but so yeah, we have everyone gonna come back here, and then we are going to have a grand meal together. Very nice. And the whole family is going to enjoy together, and just, you know, it's 12th night, so it's not Thanksgiving or anything. It's like a religious holiday or something. Honestly, I don't even know. That's probably not good. But I don't even know. So yes, we're just going to take a picture of them. Look at how happy they all are together. Oh, look. Nancy and Cassian just had a baby, but it was a girl. Oh, it was a girl, but she did survive. So let's get a name really quickly going here. This will be the last baby that's born for a little while. So that is something to take into consideration, because Nancy only had one baby try left, but Cassian still has 2. So there is that. And then we are going to add the baby into the family tree, and we are going to head out to the church to kill Gilbert. We'll say goodbye to Gilbert. Honestly, my game crashed. My game crashed when I went to go to the church, which, I mean, I guess is the best time it could crash, because I just saved like right this second, and then it crashes. But yeah, so we're gonna say goodbye to Gilbert because he passed, and he was surrounded by family and blah 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 blah. So he had a really good life. And we're also saying goodbye to ALS Landgrab, and also, so that means Malcolm's free again, and also Alex Bennett. And then we got a lot of kids aging up into children, but yes. So this is where my game crashes. So I will let you go, and I will catch you in the next one.